Welcome to the weekly Roundup, Part 1. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 503, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. It was a great celebratory week for me, and I thank you for sharing it with me, guys. I'm going to talk more about pain and chronic pain next week. Not only will it help you and others with chronic pain, but hopefully getting a realization of things ahead of time might help you prevent developing chronic pain in the future. So on to this week's messages and thoughts. Karen talked a lot about the importance of focus and how focusing is choosing, selecting, and eliminating. I think that's a profound way of putting it. Coach Clifford talked about the tools he uses to focus, putting the phone away, using a timer, and as important, or maybe even more important, is getting up and getting out of the office to give your mind a chance to refresh. Karen is like me in many ways. She grew up learning metaphysical or universal laws, so it's all second nature to her. She mentioned one of my favorite books, and I'll talk about that down the road as well. It's The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. Frank is as fascinated as I am with the concepts of programming when we're young. That actually falls into the concepts of pains that I'll be talking about as well. So it was a great segue. We all need to recognize what's going on, and that's why I wanted you to visualize your own volcano. Karen did something I recommend everyone do. I broke my path to becoming a doctor down and how it meshed with the universal laws. She's begun to look at her career that way too. Now that you all have all of the universal laws and you can hear them in one lump sum at talkingwithdrterry.com or on Spotify, where I put them all in one file. Take a look at a piece of your life and see where some or all have come into play, and maybe spot which ones you want to work on, like mine is relationships. Tim said something very interesting. He said some people are very confident in some areas, but not so much in others. That's very true for me as well, Tim. I knew that once I walked through the doors to a hospital, I was a totally different person. And it wasn't an act like some people are able to do. They can put on a persona, and I'm envious of that. I just became a different person. It was more obvious and noticeable, though, when I left the hospital. Aaron talked about two numbers that were very important to him and how he couldn't say so what with one of them. And I'm glad he brought that up, because you should use so what in all instances. In one, he had to get to a certain number, so he thought he couldn't use the so what there. That's because we're all programmed to hear a nonchalant or I don't care or who gives a damn attitude when we hear those two words. But that's not what I meant. So what could become, I really need to have this amount of money so the people who depend on me can pay their bills and feed their families. That's as powerful a so what as the so what I only lost 19 pounds instead of 20. We'll finish this up tomorrow. Have a diamond day.